Good morning. I'll just hop on here real quick. Talk about a few things. One of them being one of my newest ventures. I own several companies, but the one that I'm most excited about at this time is my new wellness company. A lot of y'all know that I've been in the financial planning and employee benefits space, and coupled with healthcare consulting for almost 25 years now. And during that time, I've built a lot of relationships, done a lot, and learned a lot about medicine, about advanced therapies, about biohacking, and have clients and friends that are a lot of medical professionals, executives in the healthcare space. And last year, someone who's now a good friend of mine, but he's also a client, a prominent physician in the U.S., began talking to me about these protocols that had life-changing results. With one, of course, being weight loss, but also things like recovery, inflammation, anti-aging, longevity, energy, basically resetting your body, doing what's called a metabolic reset. And I became fascinated and started studying up on what exactly these products were. I've always been a fan of new therapies and also ancient therapies, because I go to a doctor. She's a naturopath doctor in a way, but she also uses Western medicine when necessary. She studied medicine in China and in the U.S., so she knows both modalities, and she understands how the body works as well. But when he introduced these different protocols to me, I had never heard of him, but I was fascinated because I saw the results with him. He was 280 pounds, went down to 215. His brother-in-law was 360, went down to 218. He did that in his weight loss was in 6 months. His brother was like over the course of a year, but going from 360 to 218 in a year is phenomenal. Similar then, I saw him, his energy started changing. He looked more vibrant, and different things. So I started looking into it myself. Got on protocol, started with the weight loss. Actually started with it because we don't even focus on weight loss because that's just one part of the equation. Started with what's called a metabolic reset, where I reset my gut biome, reset a lot of things that over the years, over the decades, yes, 50 years old, turned 50 this year, so yes, decades. I have 5 decades of life. But what we don't realize is that over that time, we end up basically our body starts aging. Of course, you know that. But some of it is aging, some of it is poor diet, some of it is modern day choices, modern day conveniences that are killing us slowly, like this device I'm on and this blue light and all this other stuff that is like really impacting us, that we don't even think about it, the amount of blue light exposure we get. So I started researching, and I think a lot of y'all saw me last year. I started doing ice baths. I really started honing in on how do I get my health in an optimal state? How do I become somebody that, even at the age of 90, walks and moves like somebody that's 50 years old, 40 years old? How can I prolong my life? And even more important than that, how can I make sure that all my days on earth, rest of my days on earth, I'm in tip-top shape, physically, mentally, emotionally, and that I have an extreme amount of balance in my life. So I started researching, I started hacking, doing little biohacks here and there, studied breath work and the art of breathing, studied the modalities of ice bath therapy and what that does for you, and just started going down this rabbit hole of a lot of different things that I had never thought about, but I realized that the inner man and the outer man often don't match. Inside, you feel like a 20-year-old. Outside, you look like a 80-year-old. If you understand what I'm saying, or vice versa. Outside, you look phenomenal. Inside, you're all jacked up. So I started going down the rabbit hole. Started looking at diet. Started looking at what's out there, what tools and resources are available that will allow me to maximize my health, maximize my entire being, make me a better father, a better partner when I'm in relationships, a better person throughout all things, a better businessman, more focused, more concise, more energetic. And I started finding all of these different tools and resources that I had never heard of. And I realized through speaking to my friends that are, a lot of them that are in this space that have tech companies, and speaking to doctors that understood this, getting to know Hollywood actors and understanding the science behind how they look so great on film. And it's not rocket science. We think that, oh, they get this nutrition, they got this. Yeah, it is some of that. But a lot of what they're doing is basic stuff. You know, things that we can all do. So I built a company called Vitalux. Vitalux is my newest company. The website is Vitalux360.com or VitaluxMX.com. We operate in the US and Mexico, but currently we also have clients in Canada, Spain, soon Asia, and it's rapidly growing. And that company tells half of the tale because we also need to do the inner work. Vitalux is focused on protocols, diet, nutrition, movement, making sure that your body's right. But if y'all remember my podcast, if your mind ain't right, the business ain't right. That's the reason why I call it the business of your mind. You got to get the business of your mind right. If that ain't right, nothing gonna be right. Your marriage, your life, your children, your relationships, your friendships, they're not going to be what they could be. So I designed the company, started seeing results. The other day I got my test results back. I started doing all of this about 9 months ago myself, after partnering with my doctor friend. And it's been life-changing. Like the way I feel right now, mental clarity, my sleep. I used to snore, I don't snore anymore. And for y'all partners out there that that have partners that snore, you know, that's a big one right there. You know, you got somebody slam behind you, sound like a freight train. That's a whole other thing. But with that being said, there's a lot of things that you can do to basically biohack your health. And that's what we help people do here at Vitalux. We make sure that you're resetting your body metabolically, and making sure that as you do that, you're now realizing and seeing and becoming more self-aware that your entire being is important. Not just eating right, not just walking and exercising, not just having good thoughts, not just, you know, there's just so much that goes behind living a totally fulfilled life. And that's why I started the company. So far, we've got great partnerships. and those continue to increase. There'll be a lot coming down the pipe, and we would love to have you as a client. So if this resonated with you and it's something that you desire, feel free to reach out via the messaging service that is on the video that you're watching, or go to Vitalux 360. That's VITALX 360.com. Schedule an appointment and let's get to it. I look forward to working with you. Hopefully I'll see you on the other side of this. Right now, as you can see, I'm on my daily walk, and I feel phenomenal. And the thing about it is that this isn't guesswork. Everything we do is backed by your lab results, science. So let's get to it. Look forward to seeing you. Sorry for the length of this video, but yeah, I'm excited to work with you all, and let's get to it. Peace.